Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the unboxing series, Unboxing with Alex. Unboxings with Alex? I don't know. Maybe that's the name. Maybe it's just me unboxing stuff. My camera's flashing low battery, so hopefully it'll survive about 20 minutes of this. For those of you who are new, last time I got the Curiosity box, I made an unboxing video. It was kind of like a podcast. It was about 20 minutes, and I just unboxed it and talked about some stuff that was going on. And it was really fun, and that actually that got a lot of views too. That was surprising. So I really liked making that, and it required little to no editing, about 20 minutes of filming. So let's do that again. Let's unbox the latest Curiosity box and talk about some stuff and all have fun. Couple things before we start. First, usually when I'm about to unbox a Curiosity box, I watched like Jake's unboxing beforehand. This time I have not. I'm going into it completely clean. I actually made a statement, if you will, to not watch it, so I could go into this. I have no idea what's inside this box. It also might make my story seem a little rambly and new, but, you know, all good, all good. Second update, ever since the last Curiosity box, this is actually hot out of the, I was about to say the refrigerator, hot out of the dishwasher right now. This is the most used thing out of the last Curiosity box. It is the beaker cup. It is great. I use it a lot. But I have noticed one thing. This is really interesting. I'm gonna lay some science on you right here, which is there's a little hole right there. You can kind of see there's a bit of water in it right now. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little hole. Let's see if this is my second camera. I don't usually use this. Let's see if I can zoom in. Nope, I can't. I don't know how technology works. But there's water in it right here, and there's a little hole right here at the bottom. And anytime I like wash it in the dishwasher, the water comes in, and now it's filled with water. And you know why I put it there? Why they put it there is because the way like the cup it works, the way it's built, is that it's really just like a cup of glass. Like they took like a big old thing of glass and they wrapped it in itself, which basically there's like this empty part here where no liquid should usually go, because like they wrapped it in itself. That's the best way I can explain it. They kind of wrapped it in itself. So to do that, to make sure like whenever glass heats up, of course, or cools down, or when anything heats up and cools down, it gains a little bit of gains a little bit of volume, it decreases a little bit of volume depending on if it gets hotter or colder, and they have to put this little hole here, I'm assuming, in order to make sure it doesn't break every time it does that. Of course, that does result in water getting in it, which is, I mean, fine, I'd rather have a little bit of water in it than it breaking, but it does mean I occasionally have to kind of like press it on at a certain angle, and then get the water to come out like it did right there. It is cool, I still love it, but it's an interesting little science thing. Also means you might not want to put it on a leather couch. Let's dig in to this Curiosity box. We got scissors. The first thing right off the bat, I can notice, I think this is the heaviest Curiosity box yet. I haven't weighed them or anything, but this one's pretty darn heavy. Okay, here we go. So we point the camera down. This will be the riveting in between shots where I have to like entertain you while I do these weird transition things. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. Oh wow. Okay, right off the bat we're different. So in previous Curiosity boxes, this thing, let me see. Hey look, I have props. How cool is that? This thing, this paper was on top, which I really like. This is nice paper. But now, this time, we're whipping it out with a card with everything that's in there. Interesting choice. First, we have Curiosity Quarterly. This is a dope picture of my main man's. Real dope picture. I love when people like design like the little things with like without like the face or anything. Like there's just, if you look at this Curiosity Quarterly, you can see how, wow, this is nice and fast autofocus. I'm using my backup camera. This is the mini camera that Canon gave me. Shout out to Canon. I used in my freaking out video. So, yay, cool little camera. Anyways, I always love this kind of sort of aesthetic where you kind of don't have the face going on, but it's like just like the outline. It looks really cool. I'm working on, anyone who watches my Instagram live streams, and yes, there are people, they know that I'm working on some logo redesign stuff, and this is incorporated in it. Okay, cool. This watch is looking cool. Okay, so let's look through the best part of the Curiosity Quarterly magazine. Of course, is the featured creator. Let's see what it is. Everyone has their own articles. That's Michael's article. Michael's article says JK. Okay, Michael. I've always felt bad for the letters J and K. They're great. That's great. Ooh. Vsauce 3. Did I say Jake or Michael just then? Oh no. Did I call Michael? Oh no. This is the great stuff you get on like I point the camera at my face and I start filming kind of thing. But Michael, this is Michael. That one's Michael. Can you see that? No, I'm gonna adjust the camera again. Whew. That one's Michael. That one's Jake. That one's Kevin. I don't know why I'm referring to that one. And you know what? Fun fact, Jake has actually watched one of the past unboxings, so it's very likely, and let me correct that by maybe not so likely, that he's watching this one right now. So if you are, hi Jake, I'm a big fan. I met you at VidCon 2 years ago and you were awesome. You were just like really awesome. And of course, if there's any other Vsaucians watching, hello. Anyways, Jake has an article. Jake has an article on exploding? Yes, exploding film. I was afraid I read that wrong, but no. And I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. I think this so far is the best just like looking at it and scanning over it, is the best Curiosity Quarterly magazine. Let me tell you why. It's because they've got down their aesthetic now. They've got down their aesthetic. They have some... Oh, no way. Oh, no way. Okay. Oh, no way. No way. Sorry. I just found out one of the items that is in the box that I really like. But, they've got down the aesthetic, right? Like, they now have, like, articles with, like, Vsauce 1, 2, and 3. They have that aesthetic down. They have, like, the explanations behind everything down. They have, like, little Alzheimer's research write-up, which, of course, all the profits go to Alzheimer's research. By the way, if you yourself want to get a Curiosity box, leave a link, top of the description. It's real neat. Oh, nice! So, today's... And they're actually doing 2 now. Yeah, they're really getting the aesthetic down. Nice. They have two creator shoutouts. First, they have a creator shoutout, Wendover Productions, who I actually just found the other day myself. And I watched their video. I think it was on Why Do Trains Stuck in America. But Wendover Productions, they're yeah, they're a really cool YouTube channel about stuff. I actually found them through, I think, Second Thought, who I'm not friends with, or like good friends with or anything, but I know him. We're both in the same Slack group. But then they have now an artist spotlight, which is really cool. Oh, I'm excited for that. I really love, I'm loving like graphic design like this. I'm getting into like sort of like mashups of things. Like if you mash like, see, this is kind of like a mash of animation and photos, and like, I've always been a huge fan of Girl Talk All Day, and I recently used 2 of their songs in, Girl Talk All Day is not, that's an album, it's not an artist. The artist is Girl Talk, the album is Girl Talk All Day. And I used 2 of the tracks from the CD in my latest video, and it's a CC video. It's it's a CC music thing, album. I can't think of words. It's a CC music album, so that means you can use it in basically anything without having to pay royalties. Matter of fact, one guy used it in his own movie. They have a Wikipedia page on it. Anyways, so I'm getting this is really cool looking stuff. Nice. I'm liking the magazine now. I'm really liking that. Let's pop open the T-shirt. Ooh. Man, this is coming together to be a really good box. Sorry, I'm looking at it. I'm just like, whew. Dun dun dun. Don't know why I always do that. Oh yeah. Okay. Wow, it's folded up nice. Very cool. Okay. I saw this on Twitter. I saw them wearing the shirts on Twitter, and they were looking real fly. Like Michael, Kevin, and Jake. They're all wearing this shirt. And I was like, oh no, are they changing the Vsauce logo again? But nope, it's just a shirt from the box. This is a great shirt, you know? This is just a dope shirt. Like, man. My favorite shirt still remains, and always will be, the original, I think it is, the original Vsauce shirt, which is the Starry Night one. And I love that one so much. It's so cool. But this one comes in at my second favorite. I should have worn my pie shirt. I have it in my dresser right up there. I have all the shirts. I wore R2-D2 today. Just because that's what I picked when I got up. I put little thought into my shirts when I wake up. That is a cool shirt. It has, like, the connecting lines. We're about to do our geometry unit in math, so I should know more about this, but Okay, next up, today's Steam game. I'm gonna make sure I conveniently hide the... Yep, okay, we're good. It's called Dub Wars. Oh, cool. It's our Steam game. There's always a Steam game in every box. Okay, the battery just died on my other camera, so I have that charging now. I have to switch cameras, and the battery is actually quite low on this one too, so it's also gonna die soon probably. But in the meanwhile, welcome back. I probably will put a little note here saying that my camera died. But this camera right here is actually my GoPro Hero 3. This is the camera I shot the first 2 technicality episodes on. The episode on emotions and the episode on games. And it was actually, let's do a technicality history time. Technicality history time. Ooh, nice. It's a very wide angle lens too, so like I just do that and everything's in frame. But technicality history time. In 6th grade, we had to do like our science class was basically you had to pick a problem in the world and solve it. And I was really into GoPros at the time. Like GoPros blew my mind. Matter of fact, I'll keep talking, but I'll show you. At the time, I was working with my science teacher, and she. This was a magazine she gave me of Nick Woodman. He's the CEO and creator of GoPro. But GoPros like blew my mind at the time. They were really cool. They were really small. I loved using them. I loved using them for anything. Because I've always been really fascinated with cameras, but then GoPro's such a powerful camera and such a tiny thing. And I mean, it still is today. Like, the GoPro Hero 3, the thing you're shooting on now, or I'm shooting on now, is not a bad camera, right? Like, there's a lot of worse cameras out there for even a lot more money. But yeah, it's a really, oh man, it's a cool thing. So I focused my entire year on creating like a better GoPro, right? That was my goal. I wanted to look at the problems GoPro had and try to solve it. And then when I was about 3/4 of the way done with the year, I created my first technicality video, which of course was with a GoPro. And my science teacher was like, you need to do that. You need to do that right now, kid. And I was like, oh. Like, I was pretty proud of my first video, but I wasn't like, this isn't my life's destiny. Like, you know, not that I feel like that now, but it's more like that. But she was like, yes, you need to do that. That was really, just keep doing that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I really like doing that. So, anyways, fun technicality backstory. Back to this thing. This is the GoPro screen. Back to this thing. It has a weight sensor. That's what this little pad here is for. So if you're like putting it down, there's no drink on it, and you're just like walking around. And then you have your little ink cup, and you're like, there's nothing in here, but man, I should put it down. Boom. That's so cool. Let's set them all up and put them all in an order. This is, okay. While I do that, I should probably talk about something. Make sure you remove the little plastic on the back here, like, boom. And now, wait, I gotta make sure it all, oh, gotta turn it on. Okay, so I bet they're Vsauce colors. So that's purple. I bet this one's gonna be blue, because this one's V, this one's S, and this one's AU, and the V is green, the AU is purple. So it's like a giant scavenger hunt. Remove the plastic. Ooh. Should probably clean up my room. Probably shouldn't put this on the ground. Turn it on. Boom! Blue. At least it's kind of blue. These two are kind of similar. And the CE. Remove the plastic. That's the best life advice I can give you. Ooh, this one's orange. Maybe. Ooh, it should have been yellow to represent the Dong channel, but seems like a giant piano or something like that. Like do 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 do. The only thing I can play on the piano is the theme song to Charlie Brown. It goes do 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 do. It goes like that. Like there we go. Okay, so now you're drinking your drink. Put it on that one. 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 That's so cool. Okay, this is one of those things that I'm way too excited about. But you know what? I have the John Green poster over there. This is a really wide camera, so you can probably see it. But nerds like us are allowed to be unironically enthusiastic about stuff. Nerds are allowed to love stuff, like jump up and down in your chair. Jump up and down in your chair, can't control yourself, love it. When people call people nerds, they're mostly what they're saying is you like stuff, which is not a good insult at all. Like, you're too enthusiastic about the miracle of human consciousness. That was from a very early Vlogbrothers video. My crowning achievement of Vlogbrothers knowledge came when I was doing the collaboration with Matt Mignonia. You know Matt. He uploads to this channel. When I was doing the collaboration with Matt on the Bruce Springsteen video, and I had to get a John Green quote, and it's like in the first 10 seconds of the video, so you can go over to that video and see it if you want. But I had to get a John Green quote, and it was basically the one that said, author's intention doesn't matter. Like if a billion if a billion monkeys just typed randomly and one of them happened to type Hamlet, Hamlet would still be just as good, which I do believe for the most part. And I knew which video that was from. And that was from 10 years ago now, about a decade ago. Let's move on. Ooh, this is so. There's always like a big box, like over there. I have the geode box. So there's always like a big box like this. And it's slime. Ooh. The Wonderful World of Slime. And it's glow-in-the-dark slime. This is really cool because I actually ordered some slime off Etsy today. That's the new trend, right? Like, you use lotion and whatnot to get slime. This is going to be cool. Ink has emerged from the dark recess of the planet with green and blue slime kits. The problem is he needs you to make the slime. Ooh. Enter the drippy, slippery, wonderful world of slime and tell him Ink sent you. It's on the back here. And it's almost bad. I have an addiction to Silly Putty. Like, just, it's so much fun. I used to go from regular Silly Putty, and then I went to Aaron's Thinking Putty. I see a can of that over there. To Aaron's Thinking Putty, and now I'm going to slime. I think it's called slime. Personally, I'm not a fan of the word slime because it grosses me out. But I think the Etsy slime, or what's the trend, seems to be closest to what I've always been looking for. Because the main issue I have with like both Silly Putty, I'm gonna put this aside, with both Silly Putty and Aaron's Thinking Putty is that it gets too sticky, right? Like, it's sticky in a bad way. Like, sometimes slime it doesn't have to be slippery and all that, but then it gets too sticky and sticks to your hands and sticks to everything. And it doesn't have the good squish feel anymore after you use it for about like 2 weeks. And like me, I intensely use it. And I think hopefully the new slime trend is better at that. Let's see. Okay. Oh, no way! Oh, this is the... Oh, so cool. Look at that. Look at this stick. Look at... You have to, unless you're, well... My mind went from here to here, and it's not worth going... Anyways. Look at... This is so cool! That is so cool! That is such a cool... I love space and astrophotography. Oh, man. This is so cool. Definitely going on the set. I have actually another... So remember a couple, like, I think nope, that's way too soon. Like 4 years ago, Casey Neistat made a video about $2 bills. And at the end of the video, he basically said, I have a ton of these $2 bill stickers. If you want them, just send me a letter and I'll send them to you. So like 4 years later, matter of fact, last summer, I was like, you know what? Why don't I do that? That was when I really got into Casey Neistat and watched like all of his videos. So I did that. I sent it to him. 4 years later, he's still sending out stickers. This is one of the many stickers he sent me. He sent me like a couple $2 bill stickers, a beam sticker, a lot of beam stickers, a couple of stickers from his other videos like the Butterbox Trick sticker. This is going on the set. I have a whole... I don't know if you can see it if it's in frame, but like over there I have a whole line of things that are going on the set. Not all of them are, but most of them are. But this is definitely going on the set. I have stickers on the set right now. I have these Harry Potter stamps. I remember the day I found them. My mom was like, they just had them on the desk, and I looked at them and I'm like, these are way too valuable to just use for letters. So I stole them and put my favorites on the set right here. I think I want to do a video kind of breaking down the set on everything else. Maybe a whole series of like just focusing on like what each of these things, because everything in the set, and mark my words, everything in the set is carefully selected and planned. It's like Pixar, right? Like in their animation, everything they put in there is carefully selected. Like they spend a lot of time thinking about it. With animation, everything you do is very purposeful. Everything on this set is very purposeful. Everything has a story. So I think I'll make a video about maybe a couple of these things. These are cool stickers. They're going on. Just held that up sound. These are going on the set. Let's move on. Ink's super absorbent polymer spheres grows 300 times their size. Okay. So directions. Put them in water. Okay, so a polymer. Let's look at what's on the back here. Science lesson. Ta-ding! What's that sound effect? A polymer is a very large molecule. The polymer, the polymer. The polymer these balls are made of. I can't read. I can, but like the polymer these balls are made of absorbs a surprising amount of water for their size. You know what? we should do. I should make a video where I just do experiments like this, because I have like a ton of these experiments that I just haven't done, just, you know, time or whatnot. But I should make a video where I do all of these really cool experiments on everything else. Would you guys like to see that? If so, drop a like in the comments below. I'm still filming. That's good. Let's see what's next. Ooh, the pin. The pin. The collectible enamel pin. This is a dope pin. Boom. Ooh. On the back. By the way, it's ink underwater. That's what the pin is. On the back it says Haiku 2O. Like H2O. The ocean contains... I should do it like the Jackson's voice. The ocean contains 95.6% of all of Earth's water. That's 6. Wait. Of all... Oh, wait, nope, JK. I said it wrong. All of Earth's water. Of all Earth's water. Let's try that again. Bloop, take 2. The ocean contains 95.6% of all Earth's water. Of all Earth's water. I got up at 1:30 today. I just did, like, in the morning. Not in the morning. In the afternoon. For me, it was morning. In the afternoon, 1:30 p.m. I went to bed at 3 last night. I got up at 1:30. That's my crazy work schedule. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, last item in the box. This is the item I was really freaking out about. Boom. This is a book. I actually have this book. So come with me as I show you. But it's a book called The Elements. It's by Theodore Gray. Ooh, hey, look. Speaking of which, look at all this stuff that's on my crown. Look, it's a Brain Candy Live thing. How neat is that? It's a signed thing. That's going on the set too. Anyways, it's this book by Theodore Gray, and it's called The Elements, and it's a book. That's my teleprompter. It's a book that showcases all of the elements. So I have this book already, but it's really cool that they featured it in here. It's called The Elements, and if you look inside, this is the Curiosity edition. You can see there's a sticker right here that doesn't come off. I have the Noob Not Curiosity edition with me here too. Dun da da. Dun da 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 da. But it's a book that has all of the elements in it, and they lay it out beautifully. It's a beautifully made book, and they have nice pictures, a lot of really valuable information. I am a huge fan of. This includes a pull-up poster of the elements too. Matter of fact, boom, there we go. That's the Elements poster. I don't know. It's a really wide lens. You can probably see it, but that's the Elements poster from Theodore Gray. I've had that for many years now. That actually didn't come in a book. I ordered that separately. But I've had that ever since 3rd or 4th grade. You can see if you look really close. I think it stopped. I don't know when it stopped, but it just stopped. I'm going to go over what I just said in case it stopped before that. But you can see on the Elements poster over here that there's a bit of paint on it. And that's because when I was little, I had that outside of my garage workbench, and I used to paint on that all the time. That's the Theodore Gray Elements. I've had that for about 5 or 6 years now. I've had this book, The Elements by Theodore Gray, for about 3 years now. And I've had this book. This isn't by Theodore Gray, but it's by the same publishing company. I think it's called the Black Dog and Leventhal Publishing Company, if I got it right. Let's see. But I've had this book. It's called, ooh yeah, Black Dog and Leventhal. And this is the Solar System book. It's by the same publishing company, and it's just like the Elements, as in it has like all the breakdown, but it's like for the solar system. Like, hey, look, their series. These are amazing, phenomenal books that I strongly recommend to anyone. They look beautiful. They're great for coffee table books. They're great for reference books. They're just so amazing. This is a beautiful, oh man, beautiful book. You know what? Because I already have one. Maybe I'll give this away on technicality. Who knows? Of course, by saying that, you'll probably, if you want that, comment below. It's not a giveaway yet, but I don't know. Maybe if you want that. So yeah, let's see. Before we go, every single time, we always gotta look if they change up the Curiosity. Wait. As you know, if you've watched the past videos, you know that there's a little thing under the flap that basically says, Yep, here we go. Same thing always. It says, thanks for checking on me. It looks like curiosity saved the cat. I'm waiting for it to be different. I'm waiting. But until then, at least the cat's still alive. Let's do a box breakdown. Box breakdown. Favorite thing in the box. Like I said, I really love the Elements book, but I kind of already have that, so it's maybe not my favorite thing. The Vsauce coasters are really cool. I'm excited to check out this game. This game looks really nice. And I love the shirt. The shirt's, like I said, my second favorite shirt so far. I'm loving it a lot. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so very much for watching. We got through it. I don't know how to close this out. I should probably, like, I wanted to pick up something. But anyways, that's it. Thank you so very much for watching. If you haven't seen the last Curiosity Box unboxing video, you can click on screen right now. That's what you can do. You can also subscribe to everything else and subscribe to my channel, Technicality, for more Poppin' Science vids. I will never say that again. I'm so sorry. GFTBA, thanks for watching, and explore on.